Hi, Donna Schwartz here, and I want to continue my series of producing sounds for brass instruments. I'm going to use the trumpet for this video. In one of my previous videos I talked about getting sounds with lip buzzing and with buzzing on the mouthpiece and air sounds and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put it all together and add the mouthpiece to the trumpet. So as a quick recap from the other videos, some of the main components are good posture and proper breathing. And we did a quick breathing exercise to make sure that the air was flowing in through our mouth and out through our mouth. And we also articulated using the syllable to, but just kind of, thinking it. So again, that breathing exercise, I just breathe from my mouth. And I articulated using the syllable to. And I noticed where my tongue, the tip of my tongue, was hitting in my mouth. For me, it just happens to be, if my top teeth were here and the roof of my mouth was here, it just happened to be like right around here. And again, for some people it's in a different spot. Okay, it could be at their bottom teeth, or the bottom part of their bottom teeth, where the bottom part of their mouth is. For some people, if this is the tip of the top teeth and this is the roof, for some people it's a little bit in the middle of the top teeth. That's fine. Okay, just recognize where it is for you. So again, I'm going to do that breathing exercise. Notice where I'm tonguing, and notice how relaxed I am. I'm going to use my mouthpiece now. I'm going to do air sounds. I'm going to put the mouthpiece up in the center of my lips. And again, for some of you, it may be a little to the right, a little bit to the left. Depends on your teeth position. Okay, that's fine. Whatever's going to get you the clearest buzzing sound, that's the key. For me, I tend to put the mouthpiece up a little higher. Again, you may put it a little lower or more centered. Whatever gets you the clearest buzz, that's the most important thing. And key component, I hold the mouthpiece with 2 fingers. Again, if that's too difficult, use your pointer and your middle finger and your thumb. That's fine, but you don't want to jam the thing in your face. So for this, I think M. I put the mouthpiece up, I breathe, and I do air sounds to start with. So I'm going to separate my lips. I see where my tongue is hitting in my mouth. I see how relaxed I am when I'm articulating. Sometimes my lips are going to touch and I'm going to get a funny sound out. That's fine. That's no big deal. The next step, the next step is getting a sound out of the mouthpiece. I think M. Put it up. I make sure my air is flowing as easily as it was as when I was going, and that's the key. Make it easy. That's the key. Next step, all I need to do is just put the mouthpiece in. A lot of videos will tell you put the mouthpiece in and twist it. You don't need to do that. In fact, a lot of times when you twist it, sometimes it just gets stuck. And then you got to bring it to the store, to your teacher, to use an appliance, an instrument to get it out. So just place it in. Now I'm going to talk about hand position before we get into making sounds on the trumpet. Really key. Your left hand, I want you to think like you're shaking somebody's hand. It's your left hand, okay? Your left hand is going to wrap around what's called the valve casing. Now, your trumpet may not have a ring for your first valve slide or a ring for your third valve slide. That's okay, all right? Don't worry about that for now. I'm going to take my left hand, pretend like I'm shaking somebody's hand, and I'm just going to basically wrap it around the valve casing like this. My pinky, for me, is just resting along the side here. For some of you, you may wind up putting your pinky in the ring. That's perfectly fine. Pinky or the ring finger in the ring is perfectly fine. I have a thumb hook over here. A lot of you may not. No worries. Okay? So this is my left hand. For my right hand, I'm going to think of a big fat C. I'm going to take my thumb, and in the valve casing, in between the first, that's the valve that's closest to you, the first and the second valve, I'm just going to stick my thumb right there. That's going to help hold up the instrument. I'm going to take my fingertips, the squishy part of my fingertips. You know how like dogs and cats have that squishy part of their paws? I'm going to call this the squishy part of my fingertips. I'm going to place them on the valves. My fingers either rest or press. Rest or press. rest, or press. You get the idea. Okay, so now this is my right hand position. Really important, and I did this for a number of years, and it was a really hard habit to break. I'd rather you do this right from the start. Your pinky should not go in the pinky ring. Huh? Why is there a pinky ring? Here's why there's a pinky ring. What if you're playing and you need to turn a page? That's what's great about the trumpet. You can play and turn pages. Okay? That's why that's there. It's also there if you eventually put a mute in the bell, so it helps you to hold up the instrument. Okay? But normally when you're playing, you don't want to put the pinky in the ring. And let me tell you why. A lot of people tend to use this to push the instrument and the mouthpiece into your face and use mouthpiece pressure to get the sounds. Once you start doing that, that causes a whole host of problems later on, and it doesn't lead to good, proper development of the facial muscles so that you can get a good sound out of your instrument. So my right pinky is going to rest on top of the pinky ring. So right thumb, fingertips, pinky over here. Left hand like a handshake. Now, you don't hold the trumpet straight like this. I like to tell the kids, my students, to put it on an angle. Bring the trumpet to your right so that it's like a triangle. So your arms are forming a triangle. One part of the triangle, the other part of the triangle, right over here, and then your body is the bottom part. Okay? This is how you hold the trumpet. Side view. Other side view. Notice I'm sitting on the edge of the chair, by the way. Okay. So now, this is how you hold the trumpet. Now we're going to continue with getting a sound out. Same concepts as before. Let's start off with air sounds. I want to make sure that I'm getting my air flowing through me, that I'm articulating correctly, and getting air going through the instrument. Again, this doesn't make the sound, this doesn't make the sound, you do. Okay? So I'm going to put the instrument up, I'm going to think M, and again, when you put the instrument towards your right hand, it actually makes the instrument lighter to hold up, by the way, just a little tip for you. I'm going to make air sounds. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a pattern. I'd like for you to repeat it after me. This pattern is going to be in a duple meter, which means that there's 2 small sounds for every big beat. So if this is my big beat, repeat this after me. Triple meter. 3 small sounds for every big beat. Here's my big beat. How'd you do? Hopefully that was nice and relaxed. One of the good things about doing air sounds too, it helps you to work on your breathing. A lot of people, including myself in the beginning, I didn't know how to breathe, I didn't understand. I thought that you were sucking in the air from the instrument, which is pretty gross. You're not doing that. What you're doing, the mouthpiece is resting against your lips. Not hard, it's just resting there. And all you're doing is separating your lips, like that, and then sucking in air from the outside. Like that. And then closing your lips. Okay, now we have the air sounds. Now we're going to make sound. So I'm just going to use an open valve. Okay, I'm going to call this note so. If I'm in the key of concert B flat, I'm going to call this so. And I'm going to play a pattern. I'd like for you to repeat it after me. This will be in duple meter. So here's my big beat. How'd you do? Now, if you're worried that you didn't match my pitch and instead you got this, no worries, okay? You just got do instead of so. That's fine. Again, this is a skill that's going to take a little while to, to achieve. So we'll talk about that in another video lower and higher notes and all that kind of stuff. All right, and basically that's it for tone production. So as a recap, it's really essential that you have good posture, you have good breathing technique, and when you're playing your mouthpiece or your instrument, you're just as relaxed as if you're going. You want to make it that simple. If it's not that simple, now at this stage, it's going to be a lot harder later on when you're playing something complicated. Okay? So, thank you for spending your time with me. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please sign up for my website. I have weekly blogs where I talk about whole bunches of issues, not just trumpet related, all music education related. I also have videos of my performances, and I also will be giving other information and other videos as well. So hopefully you like this. Share this with a friend. Thanks for spending your time with me, and have a great day.